Can I have y'all say one thing for me, and this just came to my spirit. I am somebody. I could be that dead body.
Movement of the people.
We are here to support these families, but we're also here to call for national change.
Bingo.
It is needed, it is necessary, and it will happen. We've got to fix a system that's broken, because we never want to forget the blood that has been shed on streets across this nation. In Moraine, in Dayton, in Cleveland, in Youngstown, in Columbus, in Cincinnati, all across this state. We are watching blood. We getting killed standing still. We're getting killed with our hands up saying, I yield. We're sitting down in cars. We are literally being killed. It is a national epidemic.
Hello, Dayton, Ohio. How are you? I thank you for being out here today. I thank you for supporting our families. What we do is stand behind our families, and we support them, and we hold them up. So when we get done, we will say, victory is ours.
This is justice for all families.
Yes.
All families. Here in Ohio, we have over 800 bodies killed by police since the year 2000. My son, he was shot 10 times. Do you have to empty a damn clip?
Say it, sister. Say it.
There not be justice for us families. It's just flat out. There's no justice when our kids can't come back. What will make it justice if we able to save lives. That's what we're doing. Every time we come out and speak our truths, we're trying to save your loved ones' lives.
Is that you heard Angelo on the 911 tape saying, my hands are up, my hands are up. I swear to God, I don't got nothing, I'm not doing nothing. And the police shot his car up 8 times. Angelo was killed March 23rd, 2007. I'm gonna continue to fight for justice. I'm gonna continue to fight for mine and yours. You know, because this change ain't gonna come overnight. This is a long battle. Martin Luther King and everybody have been fighting for years for us. So, you know, we got to keep our young people encouraged and teach them how to fight.
That's right.
We have to teach them and educate them.
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No racist!
Police!
No racist!
Police!
No justice!
No peace!
No racist!
Police!
All right.
We will say no justice, no peace, because we're used to saying that. We need to start saying accountability. Because that's what we want. That's what these families deserve, and we're going to fight for accountability.
My nephew was minding his own business, walking while black, July 7, 2017. He was approached by 2 officers who asked him where he was going. They decided they didn't like Kareem's tone of voice. So as you can see, his hands are up, so he started backing away from the officers, and he started to run. So they shot Kareem twice in his back. When he hit the ground, they shot him in his face, in his neck. They didn't get Kareem no help for about 15 minutes. They walked up and down the fence trying to look for a gun. And in Columbus, they have a history of shooting us multiple times. They don't shoot once, 2, 3, 4. They shoot up to 11 times. And I swear, until the last breath, we are going to get accountability for my nephew and everybody else. I will not stop, can't stop, like Sabrina Jordan said.
My brother's name is Jerome Thomas. Unfortunately, we lost him at the hands of the police also. It was Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, 2017. And he was in a mental health crisis. And he was a wonderful brother, my baby brother. And a lot of people don't know this, but I was more like his mom because we lost our mom. So I was more of his mother figure and big sister. So he trusted me a lot and I trusted him. The police were called to the scene because he was in need of medical attention, not attention from the police. Because of his mental health crisis, he wanted to be seen and to be safe. And they did not know how to de-escalate his emotions. He was not even mad. He was actually happy to see them. But they were aggressive towards my brother, and unfortunately, they called other officers, and there was a whole lot of them, and they beat him to death. So he coded right in front of his brother's house. And finally, the squad came in and took him away. So in the midst of all of this, I haven't got any accountability. I've been treated like a criminal because I want answers from the police. They just choose who they want to live and who they don't want to live and who they want to be aggressive to. I would like to see officers have a mandatory CIT training, crisis intervention training. I don't want that to be optional. I would like all of them to have to do it, and I would like them to continue to have that training each year. Certified, like, credentials every year. There's different things that come up. There's different situations that come up, and I would like for that to be implemented one day.
Deaunte was shot and killed by Columbus police on October 29th of 2015 while sitting in a illegally parked vehicle. There was no loud music, there was no weed smoke, and there was no drugs or alcohol found in my son's system after the shooting. So he's listed as a homicide and noted as justified. I want to make a change for my grandsons and your grandsons and granddaughters, and even for the fathers that are losing their lives as they try to provide for our families. Qualified immunity must go. 400 years later, we should not still be saying we shall overcome. We should overcome and be wherever we want to be, doing whatever we want to do.
There's so many things that I could say today. So I'm gonna get the preliminaries out the way. My son, Henry Green V, was killed by 2 plainclothes police officers June 6th of 2016. He was killed by 2 plainclothes police officers in an unmarked vehicle with Florida tags and tinted windows. And I honestly don't need to go any further than that. They thought that they were going to defeat us, and I told them from the beginning, you have met your worst nightmare. I am your Freddy Krueger, and I'm not going anywhere. The power belongs to the people. The power belongs to the people.
The power belongs to the people.
Now, I've heard a lot of people talk about accountability, but we haven't really specified what that looks like.
No reform for
For us, it is police officers being arrested,
Yes.
convicted,
Yes.
and sent to prison.
Yes.
Just like they do other black and brown bodies, they deserve to be in a cell being held accountable for the murders that they have committed in our community. That's what accountability looks like. And we're not going to settle for anything less. I will never stand anywhere else and convince anybody that my child was human. That's not my job.
That's right.
I'm not here to sell you on my son. I know my son.
That's right.
Are their black and brown bodies that much of a threat?
Hell yeah. To them.
Are they that much of a threat?
Shouldn't
The unfortunate answer is yes. And it's always been that way. The battle is, as long as qualified immunity is intact and in place, as it is right now, we will see very few people, very few families get accountability, because there is no such thing as justice for us. Our loved ones are gone, and you can't give them back. So justice for me will never come on this side of heaven. But accountability absolutely can come, absolutely must come, and we can do that together. It is going to take every single one of us. Accountability. Arrest, convict, and send these police officers to jail. A 6x9 cell is good enough for our men, it's good enough for them too. God bless y'all.
Movement of the people.
I just have a thing about standing still. It doesn't happen. Oh boy.